And for the first class, we're going to talk about opportunity cost. What is an opportunity cost? Individuals and society as a whole constantly making choices involving trade-off between alternatives. Whether what goods to consume, what goods to produce, how to produce them, and so on. The trade-off we face between the use of our scarce resources can be modeled in a simple economic graph known as the production possibilities curve. The opportunity cost of an item is what you give up to get that item. When making any decision, decision makers should be aware of the opportunity cost that accompany with each possible action. So when economists refer to the opportunity cost of a resource, they mean that the value of the next highest valued alternative use of that resource. So, for example, you spend time and money going to a movie. You cannot spend that time at home reading a book, and you can't spend the money on something else. If your next best alternative to seeing the movie is reading a book, then the opportunity cost of seeing the movie is the money spent plus the pleasure you forego by not reading the book. And to get the most of our life, to think like an economist, you have to know what you're giving up in order to get something else. Sometimes people are very happy holding on to the naive view that something is free. We like that the idea of a bargain. We don't want to hear about the hidden or non-obvious cost. Thinking about foregone opportunities, the choices we didn't make can lead to regret. Choosing this college means you can't go to that one. Marrying this person means not marrying that one. Choosing this desert means missing out on that one. And economics has been called the dismal science because it studies the most fundamental of all problems, scarcity. Because of scarcity, we face the dismal reality that there are limits to what we can do. No matter how productive we become, we can never accomplish and enjoy as much as we would like. The only thing we can do without limit is desire more. Because of scarcity, every time we do one thing, we necessarily have to forego doing something else that's desirable. So there's an opportunity cost to everything we do. And that cost is expressed in terms of the most valuable alternative, that is sacrifice. And so that is an opportunity cost. And that's why in every economic movement, opportunity cost occurs. Then we'll simply calculate how and how much this opportunity cost is. So this is an example of an international trade between Portugal and England. Portugal and England are planning to trade between wheat and cloth. They all produce wheat and cloth, and the unit of wheat produced by Portugal is 12, and unit of cloth produced by them is 6, and unit of wheat produced by England is 6, and unit of cloth produced by England is 2. These are the units of wheat and cloth that is produced by each country for the same time. So in this portrait, we can see that Portugal is more efficiently producing wheat and cloth. But for the international trade, every time an international trade happens, an comparative advantage occurs. So opportunity cost in an output model, this is called an output, units of wheat and units of cloth. This is what we get from producing. And so the opportunity cost of wheat for Portugal is giving up the units of cloth produced. So by producing the wheat, they are giving up the same units of cloth that can be produced in the same time. So they can produce 12 wheat, then they should give up 6 units of cloth. So for this plot, the opportunity cost of the wheat is 1/2, and the opportunity cost of the cloth is 2, because while producing one cloth, they have to or should give up 2 units of wheat. So, and what about England? England, by them producing 2 units of cloth, they should give up 6 units of wheat. That means producing 1 per unit of cloth is giving up 2 units of wheat. So the opportunity cost of cloth is 2 wheat, and the opportunity cost of wheat is 1/2 cloth. Then what about in the input model? The input model, the units go to the numerator. It goes up. So Kate and Matilda can install computer or paint garage. Kate can do it in 2 labor hours and 10 labor hours. And Matilda can do it in 4 labor hours and 12 labor hours. As I said, in the input model, the input goes up. So Kate opportunity cost for installing a computer is 1/5 painting garage. And the opportunity cost for painting the garage is 5 installing computers. For Matilda, the opportunity cost of installing a computer is 1/3 painting garages, and the opportunity cost for painting garages is 3 installing computers. Then we can know who is having the comparative advantage and who has to do